Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today we are going to be making custom death messages. Soon I'll be making a tutorial on raycasting. In that tutorial we will make a laser, and when it hits something I want it to deal damage, and if that thing dies I want it to have a custom death message. So how do we do that? For this tutorial we will need both a resource pack and a data pack. Let's start with the data pack. So we'll find our world, click on Edit, and Open World folder. And here we will go to Data Packs, and this is where we will make our data pack. If I create a new folder, I will call it Tutorial. This will be our data pack. And I can open this with Visual Studio Code. And you can see my extensions here. I have Data Pack Helper Plus by Spyglass and Syntax MC function. So to start off, we'll create a new file and call it pack.mcmeta. This is what will help Minecraft recognize our data pack as a data pack. So in here, we need to put some curly brackets, pack, some more curly brackets, pack format, and the data pack format for 1.21.5 is 71, comma, and we need to add a description, but we can just leave it blank. Hit Control S to save, and we can close this. We need a new folder called Data, and here we need a folder with our namespace, so no capitals and no spaces. I'll just do tutorial all lowercase, and in here we need a new folder called damage_type. And in here we will create a new file, and this is our damage type. For example, when you use /damage, this is what we want it to be called. So I will name mine laser, and this needs to be a .json file. Now to make this, instead of typing it all out ourselves, we can use a generator. If you go to meso.github.io and come down here to all generators, down here you should see damage type. Our message ID here, this can just be the same as our damage type name. I'll do laser. Exhaustion is the amount of exhaustion to give the player when you are given this damage. I'll just leave this as 0. Scaling is whether to do more damage at higher difficulties. Usually you just want to leave this as never. Effects is the type of damage. So we have hurt, thorns, drowning, burning, poking, freezing. For us, we want to leave this as hurt. And then we have our death message type. We have default, fall variants, and intentional game design. We'll just leave this as default. Once you're done with that, come down here to the bottom and click this copy button. And back in Visual Studio Code, we can paste that whole thing in here and hit Control S to save. Now that is actually it for our data pack. If we close out of here and start our world, hit I know what I'm doing. If we switch into survival, we can do /damage, ourself, the amount. I'll just do the full amount, which is 20, meaning we will die from this. And damage type, you should be able to find yours as tutorial, your namespace, laser. And if you do that, we die. But you might have noticed we don't have a custom death message. It says death.attack.laser. That's not what we want. Well, to fix this, we need a resource pack. So if you pull up the pause menu, we can go to Options, Resource Packs, and Open Pack folder again. In here, we do pretty much the same thing as last time. We create a new folder, give it a name, and open it with Visual Studio Code. Again, in here, we create our pack.mcmeta file, and this will be pretty much the same, except that when we do our pack format, the pack format for resource packs in 1.21.5 is 55, and the rest is the same. Control S to save. This time, instead of a data folder, we need an assets folder. In here, again, we put our namespace, but in here, this time, we need a folder called lang. Now, this next step depends on which language you are using. I am using English United States, So for me, I will name this file en_us.json, of course. And in here we put some curly brackets. And in here we put some quotation marks. And we want to do death.attack. And then if you remember our message ID from earlier. So .laser, colon, and then some more quotation marks. This is where we put our death message. So we could do something like, player was shot by a laser, something like that. But the thing is, this will say player in game. So how do we get it to say our player's name? It's a bit weird. It's %1 $S, just like that. And now there's one more death message we need to create, and that's the death while fighting. You may have seen sometimes you'll get a death message where it's like, player 1 died in lava while escaping player 2. Well, that's the second one we need. So, comma, and this one is going to be death.attack.laser.player. Just like that. And this time, we'll do pretty much the same thing. %1 $S was shot by a laser. But if we want to include the second player, we need to do while fighting %2 $S. This will reference the second player. And just like that, hit Control S to save. And in Minecraft, you should see your tutorial resource pack. Just put that on and go back into Minecraft. And now if we do the same thing again, we can see TV360 was shot by a laser. So I hope this helped you. Like I said, coming up, I will have a raycasting tutorial as well as possibly a custom items tutorial. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And to be sure you don't miss it, you could always consider subscribing. It would help me out a ton. But with that, see ya!